All right, so we're starting to learn about decimals, fractions, and percents and how they're all related. So I'm going to go over how to turn a fraction into a decimal. So there's a few different ways to do that, but I'm going to show you the way where we use division. So we're used to division problems like, I don't know, 120 divided by 12, let's say. And that's a big number divided by a smaller number. So that's kind of what we're used to. We're not going to do that. We're doing a smaller number divided by a bigger number. 3 divided by 16. So if you write this as a division problem, you guys remember that this number goes in the house. Now this can also be written like a fraction. 3 divided by 16 can also be written like this. 3 over 16. And this actually means 3 divided by 16. So for this, we know this first number goes in the house, or the box, whatever you want to call it. For when we're doing fractions, the top number goes in the box. All fractions are division problems. I'm going to tell you that over and over. So top number in the house, bottom number on the outside as the divisor. So top number in the house. Now we know that 16 doesn't go into 3, so we add a decimal like we did before, and we're going to stick with our 3 digits after the decimal rule. So we have 1, 2, 3. And that's just because I want you guys to get into the habit of going far enough past the decimal, but not to keep going forever, because you could do that with some problems. So we already know 16 doesn't go into 3, so we're going to put a 0 up here. We're going to go ahead and put in our decimal. I'm just going to do this the traditional way. And 0 times 16 is 0. Okay, so let's just go to the 30. So 16 into 30, it goes in 1 time. I know that because I know that 16 times 2 is 32. So 16 times 1 is 16. I'm going to subtract that to see what we have left over. Get 14. And now we're going to divide the rest of it. So we're going to bring down that 0. And now we have 16 into 140. My estimate for that would be 8 or 9, but I'm going to go with 8, I think. So I'm going to do 16 times 8. 8 times 6 is 48. 8 times 1 plus 4 is 12. So 16 times 8, that's going to work, 128. Subtract. Get to 12. Okay, bring down this last 0. Well, that's kind of nice because we know that 16 goes into 128 8 times, and so it's going to just be 1 less here. So we'll do 7. And you can either subtract 16 from this, or you could just do 16 times 7. Put this little multiplication sign there. 42, carry the 4, 11. Subtract, and we get 8. So now we have 3 digits past the decimal, so we don't need to do anything else with the division. We can just ignore this 8. You could keep going on and add another 0 and bring it down and say how many times does 16 go into 80, but really going 3 digits past the decimal is sufficient. So what I do want you to do, though, is round it to the nearest, you could put a 0 in front if you want, round it to the nearest hundredth. So, got our little squiggly line, 1.87 is approximately. When you round it to the nearest hundredth, you know that this is the number in the hundredths place. So we want to find out, okay, well, is 87 closer to 80 or is it closer to 90? And it's closer to 90, so our answer is going to be 0.19 or 0.190 is also okay. And that's it.